Hey everyone, Shiny Sephiroth here, and welcome to the newly dubbed channel Seeking Advice from Veteran Pigeons. Very excited to be moving along and growing in this journey with you all. And so today I decided I wanted to talk a little bit about quantum invasion. So just to get into the meat of it right here, I have both Julianne and Thinker on the team to increase defense. And I put Julianne at the number 1 slot with Divine Prayer, so that she can not only do a lot of good in the beginning of knocking out these Cheetah girls, not to be confused with the early 2000s Disney film, but also she can take a lot of damage even without the Divine Prayer, so she should be able to stay alive for quite a while. Wherein Thinker obviously is going to help with his damage immune increase and whatnot. I just realized something. In the game, when he does his thing, it says on the screen damage immune. But the devs of this version of the game are trying to get rid of that terminology and change it to like reduce damage or something. I have no idea. But they changed the text of the manual stuff in the game. But the graphics in the game are still, I doubt that they're going to go in and try to change the graphics. But who knows? If there's anybody on the development team, please change it back to damage immune. I got used to it. It's been over a year since I've been playing with that. Anyway, that's just my simple request. But yeah, so he's there doing that. And then Dear Girl does what Dear Girl does. I'm still a little confused. I think she increases attack sometimes. I do know that she heals people. Then you have Houston in here, and some people were asking in a previous video, oh, why is it that you're building up another Houston? And you're going to see one of the examples in that today, wherein I have a Houston on this team, and then I quote-unquote use her up. Just like when you have 2 teams on Quantum Invasion, like on my next team, I cannot use Thinker, I cannot use Julianne, I cannot use Godslayer, yada, yada, yada. Once you use them for one team, they're unavailable for the other team. But if you have multiple Eternal Houstons or multiple Eternal Godslayers, then you can use them on the other team. So I built up Houston because she is fairly easy to build up to Eternal compared to other S characters. So and she's very useful. So for here, she not only whittles down the defense for whoever the front row is in front of her. So here would be Einstein and the 2 Cheetahs. But every time she does so, she increases the attack on the team. So she is vital to have to help Godslayer out in his crusade to help me beat these tasks. And then we have time here. Right now, he has OT stone on him, the green time stone. And I do want to get to the point that I level him up. It's going to take a while, but get to the point to level him up to exclusive level 30 so that he doesn't need the time stone. I can give that to somebody else who could benefit from having the time stone. One of my optimal teams would be having Orb on Lucas with Godslayer right below him, because that will trigger, that's like time. Whoever is behind Lucas when he holds Orb turns into it's a time situation. And then also have somebody else in the team with the time stone, and then have time on there with his exclusive at level 30. So you have a whole bunch of people just using their ultimate attacks right out of the gate. It would be fairly fun to watch, I'd think. It would have to be, whoever gets the time stone would need to be somebody who either can hit really hard. Basically somebody who can hit really hard without supplements, like an Eternal Soul or Boots or a Scythe or something like that. But anyway, that's some of my thoughts on this. Now to go ahead and do the thing that I've mentioned a million times that I hate, moving equipment around. You're going to see it's very minimal equipment. So I already did that with her. Normally on my current team, Lucas holds Radiance, but she is holding it here. And then Godslayer is going to hold Immortal Shield. And for those of you who don't have Immortal Shield, what I would have done is I would have given Radiance to Thinker, and I would have given fictional reality to Deer Girl to help increase her healing abilities. So let's go ahead. I'm not that skill. Let's go ahead and check here just to see what she does. Restores 5% HP, or actually for me it's 9%. Increases the shield received. Okay, so that's part of it. The shield received increases damage dealt. Oh, okay. So she works like Ronan, as well as Houston, increasing the amount of damage that is. So she'll amplify that. That'll be very useful. And she also increases damage. Oh, well, she's fantastic for Quantum. No wonder people recommend using her. So, but as you can see, sorry, I need to go back. I don't have her Awaken skill. The first time she drops to below 50%, effect resistance increased by 30%, healing effect increases by 50%. So she'll heal even more when, if and when I get to that point. And then this over here, what is she doing here? Regular attacks are using active abilities. She restores HP of 2 allies. And if you get her to 30, it increases from 9% to 12%. And then this whole stacking thing that she and others do, I'm a little iffy on that. But when she stacks her Reverie, which is one of her skills, 7 times, she grants 30% Sunder, which, for those who don't know, I had to get clarification on that a couple days ago. It refers to broken armor, which is now referred to armor penetration. So basically, it increases armor penetration 30% to all allies, and a 15% bonus to damage immune. No, not damage. I'm sorry, to damage output at the start of every turn. Wow, that's pretty good. Dang, that is pretty good. So anyway, there you have it. Then what I do here, this is my first Houston that's on the team. I give her Templar Glory so that she not only increases her own attack and HP, but she increases the attack of the users in her row, which would be, in this situation, Godslayer. It increases his attack by 20% and gives him 10 more percent armor pierce, armor penetration, broken armor, however you want to call it. All right then, so we have that. Oh, and she already has Divine Prayer, right? Yes, she does. And then Time already has his deal. Where is he? All right, perfect. All right, let's get this done then. Did I do everything? I did. Oh, there was one other thing. Yesterday, Godslayer did not perform well. He didn't even hit the 10 million or 100 million, however you want to. I don't remember what the 10 million. He didn't hit 10 million like he normally does, and that makes sense. Oh, dang. Okay. If you see right here, 25% extra damage. So darkness has an issue with nature. Basically, if you're thinking, like I said before, Pokemon terms, darkness is weak to nature, and the reverse of that, nature is resistant to darkness. So I'm not getting a lot of love here, so I'm going to test it, and I'm going to put Indira in. I know that people have raved about Indira in the past, and what is her relic situation looking like? She's at 3, so that means that her damage has increased 135% of attack. Wow. Yeah, fantastic. So I'm going to try out her here, and I'm going to give Scythe. This might be a huge mistake, but, you can't make it on without breaking some eggs. So we're going to give it a shot, slap in Indira, and let's see how that turns out. Yeah. Really hope I didn't make a huge mistake. It's taking so long. What in the world? Jeez. All right, let's just look at the first bit here, and then we'll skip it. We're not going to sit through all 15 rounds. Oh, also, some people might wonder why I kept her first talent, or no, her second talent at 1 instead of 2. It's because, yes, 2 on the second talent would increase the damage output. But if the thing is, with Einstein, with the damage that's given to him, um, the sooner you do a ton of damage, the sooner he dies. That's why Toko is very bad for quantum invasion, because she only hits the person at number 1 and nobody is knocked out or dies from the enemy team. So she's just going to continually hit Einstein. And the more damage that is given to Einstein, the stronger the surrounding people in this circumstance would be the Cheetah girls, the stronger they become. So you want to not ramp up the damage too much too early, or else you might do some wicked awesome damage in rounds 1, 2, and 3, but then you're knocked out really quickly, and you want this to go the long haul. All right, so far so good. We're on round 3, and we're already at 900 mil. Yeah, and so like I said, yeah, it's 900 mil. Anyway, what I was saying was, my Godslayer team yesterday didn't even hit 1 billion damage, which has been normal for him up to this point. And I'm chalking that up to him just not doing a ton of damage to the Cheetah girls, because they are nature faction and he's darkness. So as you can see here, one of the awesome things about Indira in Quantum Invasion is how her electric arc will just sit there and chip away, chip. And she will also be helping because she does overall damage. She helps knock out the Cheetah girls really quickly. And as you can also see here, Paladin, or Julianne, is doing fantastic, countering every single time she gets hit, as well as sponging up all that damage with Thinker over here, providing support. And as a reiteration, if I didn't have Immortal Shield, Thinker would have Radiance, and Deer Girl would have Fictional Reality to increase the healing that she does. So right now, between Time and Deer Girl, we're getting some good healing happening here. And we're already at 2,000 million. However you want, 20 million? No, 2,000 million, yeah. We're already at 2,000 million over here, slowly making our way toward the 1 billion damage part, or the 10 billion? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I need to sit down and think about that. So, but anyway, we're trying to get to 10,000 million. That's like the bare minimum right now for being competitive in my union. And it's doable, using things like Thinker and Deer Girl and the like. So we are almost, yeah, so at round 8, I'll go ahead and jump to the next team, just so we don't have to sit here and watch this for an eternity. This can be quite long. Yeah, you see here, Indira's hitting well. And I think her attack increases as time goes on, including Houston continually ramping up the attack. Let's see here when Houston attacks. There should be like an arrow saying attack up when she does it. Yep, right there, attack up. Everybody, you see there, she boop, and then again, she raises everybody else's attack up. And then Deer Girl does her deer thing, and attack keeps going up. So it's that slow ramp up, so that the Cheetah girls aren't hitting you really hard right out of the gate. You boom, 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 boom. So let's see how much our damage output for Indira over here is going to increase. Wow, nearly nearly a million point, over a million points now, just from one round. And if she had tried to do that in round one, we would have been executed very quickly. So, but with the slow ramp up of Thinker adding on layer upon layer of shield, and Dear Girl adding layer upon layer of damage immunity, we are now strong enough. We are ramping up with them. They ramp up their damage output, and as they're going, we are ramping up our ability to take that damage so we can survive and hopefully get to round. Is it 15 or 12 in this? It's 15, I think. And, I didn't even realize how fast those rounds were going. I was talking, and we're already at round 10, so might as well finish this out and see how it turns out to show a good example of Indira ramping up. So, yeah. Oh, it looks like we lost our Dear Girl, which isn't surprising. I mean, I didn't adequately equip her with much, and that's out of laziness. She probably could have served a lot longer if I'd given her like good gear, good stigs or whatever, but I literally don't have the time. I mean, I'm recording this right now because my PhD class let out early today, so I figured, hey, might as well take the opportunity to film a video and get this QI out of the way for today before the next round. All right, we made it to round 12. That was a huge hit. And, I'm hoping that Thinker can last a couple more rounds. Him being paralyzed is not going to help either. All right, then. And this is just going to cause Einstein to make the Cheetah Girls even stronger. Knocking out some of them Cheetah Girls. The good thing, though, is if we knock them out, I think that resets their... I didn't knock them all out, but I think that resets their yellow special. Nope, it does not. But I guess it does stall them from doing more damage to Paladin. If Indira can do a significant amount of electric arcs. Yeah, look at that. In 3 rounds, we did 4,000 million damage. Whereas it took us 8 rounds to do that before. You can see that the damage output that we're doing is incrementally getting better. And we did lose Thinker. That's going to be a big blow. But yeah, between Indira and Houston, we have already surpassed the billion point. We're going to be at 10 million. And, I think that we're not going to survive round 15. I think the Cheetah Girls are going to mess us up, which is a shame, but I mean, it is what it is. Come on, Indira, help. Oh, no. Okay. I was close, though. I was close. That was good. That was good. 12,000 million? I have no idea how to read that. But, yeah. So, now my next team you're going to see here is Laura with Jane, and we're going to go quickly over Jane. And, Yi and Lucas are going to be there to really help keep us alive. Houston is there to do what Houston does. I already explained. And then we'll have Rockefeller in the middle with Divine Prayer, so that he can sit and absorb damage as well as hopefully paralyze, which in the later rounds, as you see, will be very important. If he can paralyze the Cheetah Girls, because it'll get to the point that they'll become too strong. I won't be able to knock them out in one round. But if you can paralyze them, then even if they survive the round, they won't be able to attack me next round, which will keep him alive longer. And the more that the front row is alive, the more that the back row can stay alive to do damage and keep pounding away. So let's go ahead and not make a mistake. Let's go ahead and switch around gear again. There, bam. Let's put some Immortal Shield on him. And I would put the Radiance Tribute on Radiance Triumph. Triumph or Tribute, I can't remember. I would have put it on Yi if I didn't have Immortal Shield. Let's go ahead and put that back on him. Nope, I did the wrong dark weapon. Scythe. Let's go ahead back to you. You get Immortal Shield. And Boots is great for player versus player, but we need to have some more crit damage and skill damage, especially output from Laura here. So Laura will actually get Eternal Soul for this. And then our second Houston will inherit the Templar Glory. What was it again? Let's see. Radiance Tribute, not Triumph. Tribute. All right. And then you get the Divine Prayer. All right. And all right, and I do have Jane with Fictional Reality right here. So restoring effect increases by 20% when HP is lower than 40% of max HP. Restoring effect increases by 40%. Pretty good. And what is this? And this is just increasing her speed. I mean, I don't care about that. I mean, that's nice. The level 30 exclusive, but I mean, that's going to take too much resources to get to that point. Her skills. So she plays music to buff our allies in the same row. They will receive an 8% boost for their shield and their attack. Pretty good. Based on her HP as well. So, I mean, her HP isn't as high as it could be. That's because I don't want to move Styx around. And also, she's only at Transcend++. In each round, she launches an additional regular attack for every 4 moves made by her allies. Okay, so I guess if you're with... yeah. Each regular attack in pursuit will inflict 1 stack... Oh, no. 1 stack of demon music upon the target. With each stack of demon music, the target takes 4% additional damage, stacking up to 8 times, lasting 3 rounds. Lasting up to... No, it is 3 rounds. The target takes 8% additional damage. But then if you can get her... not the stigma... The relics up to 3 out of 3. No, sorry. 9 out of 9. Then the stack limit goes to 8 instead of 6. And then right here, if you have 3 out of 3, it'll be if there are fewer than 3 enemies, yada yada. If you want to see it, you can, or read it, you can pause the video here. But just right now, she deals damage equal to 100% of her attack. For every additional basic attack launched by her, she restores 10% of HP to the allies with the lowest HP. So, not bad. This is good. I believe we are completely ready to go. So, I'm going to double check. Rockefeller. Where'd you go? Yep. Okay, we're good. And do your thing, Laura. So we don't have to watch this. We've already seen how things work. And let's go ahead and skip it. And this team did better than the Indira team, but both teams did better than the Godslayer team. So for this one, for the Cheetah Girls, I'm benching Godslayer because it's too volatile. All right, and this one made it all the way to round 15. Lucas and Yi and Jane, and of course, leading the way was Rockefeller. They did such a great job of holding down the fort that Laura and Houston, even Houston, was able to survive to the final round. So there you have it. And there's our team against Revolution. And you can see that I'm barely, I am I am barely in the top half of output damage for my team. We got that there. And then the rest of us are just, Graviton and Walls and VBB, they're killing it. Fantastic all the way around. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in for this Quantum Invasion video. I hope that it was helpful. And yeah, if you found this helpful, please place a like. If you want more tips and to see more hints for the game moving onward, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.